Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one is on the new scaling system. As you guys know, I do not like the scaling system. There's many reasons why. I mean, it ruins progression. It makes our levels feel worthless. Our levels and our stats feel worthless. It makes fights take so long when they really shouldn't. And so there's a lot of problems with scaling. Now, there are some pros to scaling, like for instance, you get good XP and gold. Well, not so much good gold, but you get good XP and class XP from scaled zones. So that's a pro. They've come up with a fix that is going to resolve a lot of these issues, although it does create another issue, but I'll get to that. In the wonderful world of Atlantis, you have some scaled mobs in this area, some of which are very lengthy fights because they're technically mini bosses, and I'm talking about these sea ogres right here that are nightmares to fight because it's such a lengthy fight. And one thing is, just because a fight takes longer doesn't mean it's more enjoyable. So then you have these things right here. Now, these are level 42, and these are the stats right here. All base stats for their level. And you can do a decent amount of damage on these things. But again, for a trash mob, this is taking longer than it should. Like, by now it should have been dead, and it's still not. And this is part of the problem with scaled zones, because that was only one mob and I have to kill, like, let's say 15 of them, and each one is going to be taking that long, where in other games you can drop them much quicker when they're just trash mobs. So you have a problem when it comes to that. Now, I will point out something though that is good about the scaling system is the fact that you get good XP from things like this. So let's say, for instance, level 42. Now, it takes forever, so for me, it's not worth the trade-off. But right here, 840 class XP. I didn't see what my other XP was, but 840 class XP, and that's pretty darn good, which with the new scaling system, because of the way it's set up, the XP rewards are not great right now, but that is something that they could adjust, and hopefully will, to make it as rewarding, because I can tell you the combat feels so much better fighting against the new scaled mobs compared to these horrible things that are not fun to fight. Let's give another example of the scaled zone. We're going to go to the daily boss battle, and we're going to take out one of these stitched things. Now, this is only level 40, but here's his stats right here. He's got 1500 HP, more HP than he needs, and this also causes for a long, drawn-out fight. And that, again, just because the fight is long doesn't mean that it's any more enjoyable. I can play AQ Worlds, and I can drop 15 mobs in the same amount of time it takes me to kill one in here. So, and I, have a lot of fun playing that game. So, this is the problem with the current thing. However, you do get good XP and class XP. In the new area, and you probably might not have known this was a scaled area, because I didn't, when I was originally filming the video for the new Winnie's event. If you haven't played through it, you definitely should. And I really enjoyed playing through it. And then I got to the new moon and played through it, and I was jaw-dropped when I found, or when I assumed at the time, that it wasn't scaled. And I thought to myself, that's amazing. The combat felt great. I was stomping on the enemies, and they're trash mobs, so I should be stomping on them. I'll give an example. Here's a level 36 right here. Here's the stats for the level 36, and here's me whooping his butt. Did you see one hit and I already had his percentage down by like almost a quarter? Just a few hits and I'm able to drop him. That's good, because there's a lot more of them to go through. And I can whoop these guys, and it feels so satisfying, because at my level, I should be able to whoop them. Here's another one. Now, this is level 38, which is 4 levels below me, and I'm still able to hit some massive, nice numbers on this thing, because it's scaled much better than the other ones. Now, here's where the downside is of this compared to the other one is this doesn't provide as much XP because they're at a lower level, and I'm hoping if this is the new system they're going to come in, that the XP and the class XP rewards will be equal to what we get from killing a level 42. I hope that they're going to be bumping them up so it makes it more rewarding to fight these lower scale things, because I can tell you right now the combat feels great. Also, the respawn is much better now, or at least in this area, than they are in some of the other areas. So it's nice to have that as well. Another huge plus to this area is that these things don't draw aggro at a long range. They draw aggro only from a close range. Look how close I am, and I haven't even drawn his aggro. And this also is much better as well, because there's some maps where you're running through and they aggro you. You're going, what the frick? I wasn't even close. So at least in this particular case, they wait until you're this close before they engage, and that feels much better as well. So I hope that is also the staple going forward, because that'll make it a whole lot better. Let's go up against the boss. This guy here is level 39, so that is 3 levels below me, and these are the stats. So the attack is higher, and the other ones are base, and look at the percentage. Just after a few hits, my percentage, I've already knocked him down to 90% in just a few hits. And this is a huge difference. Now, this is a lengthier fight, but it should be because it's a boss. But it's not exhaustingly long. And he gives, as you noticed my XP, he gave over 1,000 XP, class XP I mean. They really did a great job on this map. And if this is the way that combat and the way that the scaling system is going to be like moving forward, this is perfect. This is the way it needs to be. I'm going to give an example here by jumping to the other moon map, just kind of putting a comparison between this and the original moon map, which you can access here if you've done the quests that are available. Here's a trash mob right here, level 41, and he's 1 level below me, and these are the stats right here. From engaging on him, I am able to take him down. It's not an issue to take him down. However, it is just like in all the other scaled areas where it's a longer fight, especially if you have to kill a whole ton of these guys. This is not where the biggest issue is. The biggest issue is when a solo player comes to this map to play through this side story, they basically can't. This is the boss at level 43, 72,000 HP, and these are his stats. So expected stats for that level and expected HP for that level of a boss. But why is he level 43? Well, because you're going to have people fighting with you, obviously, but just after a few hits, look at the percentage. I've hit him now the same amount of times I've hit him the other one, and I just got him now to 95%. Just now. It took that long to get him down to 95%. So here's the other queen. This is 104,000. She's level 44, and these are her stats right here. And fighting her will get all of those other guys going after you. Now they just bugged out, so maybe they won't. Oh, yeah, nope, they are. Kind of, it's a bit buggy, but that's okay. And so this thing here, I'm just going to use my ultimate, try to get it there. Finally got it to 90% using my ultimate, and now I'm dead. Let's just check it out on my alt account. And with this account here, you're going to notice it takes longer to kill the trash mobs. It does take longer with this lower level to kill the trash mobs. You also notice that the XP I'm getting is not very good either. And that's another thing. That's basically, I pointed that issue out already. But so yeah, it doesn't take as long to kill these things as it would in another scaled area, which I can give an example, but it does take longer to kill on this lower level than it does with a higher level. Were you guys even aware that this map, this new moon, was a scaled area? Let me know in the comments below, because I'd be interested to know. I know that I certainly did not know, and I know there were other people I've talked to since then that were also not aware this was a scaled area. So we're going to jump over to the daily boss battle just to give an example here of, I'm going to pick this guy right here. And, oops, missed my attack here. There we go. I can tell just from the first few hits in on this thing here that I'm going to be getting hit pretty hard, and I've got him to 50% now. It's a long fight. But let me know what you guys think about the new scaling system. Also, let me know if you knew the moon was scaled or not. But that was it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and keep those swords swinging.